How you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome to Astro Colony. Now, a few things have changed since the last time we were here. Now, what I've done is I've dragged my planetoid halfway across the galaxy to another planetoid. And the reason why I've done this is because I figured if I can drill into two different planetoids, I can build an excess worth of base, I can get a lot more things automated, and this bad boy over here has uranium on it. Now, I'm not even sure how I figured this. I didn't even know about this until I got here. And the funny thing about this is it's got uranium on it, which means I can start looking into that higher advance of skill tree. Now, with this is all your bog standard elements. So there's going to be iron, copper, graphite, that sort of thing. So, or carbide, sorry. We're going to be looking at like your bog standard amount of stuff we'd get from your starter plot, let's say. But over there, that's more of an advanced one. We have got another planetoid way over there in the distance, but we've also got one down there as well. Now, what I want to do is I want to move my platform into position. I'm going to dock with that one over there, so we're all good. And then I want to sort of like sort my platform out, because in the last video I got a lot of like things of like, oh, I can do this and I can do that. Now, because I have unlocked my skill tree a little bit more into foundations and floor support, now I can actually build under my platform. So when it comes to actually putting stuff underneath, this platform here is the one I'm building on. So what I can do is I can build cabling underneath here. I'll just pop one in here now. Let's go up. Let's pop one there, and then what I can do, if I really felt like it, I could pop one underneath. So this means I can build under here. The downside is I can't build under this foundation here because this is bog standard. This is like the main structure. So what I can do now is I can now delete sections of my base and recreate it, so I can build a little platform underneath to hold all my cables, so it takes away all that crap that I don't need. Basically, it does mean completely redesigning the entire platform, but that's okay. You know, we've got enough elements around us now. Let's put it that way. So I'm not sure. Yeah, all of this I can't build under. This is like the main brick of foundation, which is a bit of a shame. So what I will be doing, because obviously for the foundation I need the whatever the green square things are, and I can't remember where I get them from. I think it's in here. Green square things. There we are. Green square things, which are steel screws. That's not steel screws. Well, apparently whatever this thing is, apparently they are steel screws. This is the thing I need to build the foundations and stuff with. So now I know I can put stuff under my main platform, and I can build from there. The big thing I'm doing at the moment though is, because I'm shutting everything off and I'm sort of redoing things, I'm sort of relaying everything. So what I want to do is all of these, my automated meteor collectors, I want to move them into a big row so they convey belt straight into the smelter from here. Hence why I built the excavator platform. I want to chuck this all up here, and I just want to keep this coming along. And then what I will do is, when I've got like 10, I'm going to build another 10 on top, and another 10 on top, and another 10 on top, and then just get them all to just sort down into this smelter. I'm probably going to need 2 maybe at some point, but we'll expand out as we go. So everything else here needs to be removed, and then I'm going to rebuild my platform, because in my brain it should be laid out a little bit more easier to follow. So my first thing I need to do is to move this closer to that. So I'm going real slow on this, because I just need to get it connected to that. All good. Right. So what I need to do now is it needs to just be a little bit closer, doesn't it? So yeah, it needs to come this way just a little bit. So thankfully I have boosters like everywhere around the ship. I don't really want boosters everywhere. This is the problem. So I need a little controlling platform. So if I just chuck this at like 39. Good. Now we can just hack it up a bit. And there we go. Alright, cool. So I had to put a dock on this side in order for it to be docking properly. You would have thought I'd learnt my lesson the last time I did that, but no, I didn't. So I now have, basically, look what I've found. You know, I don't think I need anything else for a little while. I've got a lot of planetoid to mess around with. In all honesty, it should be okay. But now comes the harder part. The harder part of this game is literally just trying to get all your elements together and making sure you're doing alright. So, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to destroy the 2 docks. The docks are there because I need them to be connected to the planetoids to rip resources off. That's all good. Everything I've built apart from those will be removed. I'm going to remove my little miner. I'm going to remove all the cables. I'm going to remove basically everything that isn't a new build. All of these 6 over here will just continue. I'm going to put that into the smelter. And then from there, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sort of sorting out my area of where things need to go and the urgency of those things. So if it comes to, let's say, like materials for like manufacturing and things like that, they will be closer on the run than my lab. My lab will basically take on the offshoots of things that I don't need. Things like the bog standard bits of copper, the bog standard bits of like iron, just to get another little bit of science. And then over time, obviously, the more we're going to produce, the better it's going to be. Now, what I do need to do before I basically remove everything is scrap everything, because obviously I need the materials. So the first things that are going to go are those automated asteroid collectors. They're all going to be scrapped down. All my copper wires, all my wires going to be scrapped down. The only thing I'm going to literally have running for a little while is my power station and my recycler, and then everything else is going to be coming off. And then from there we'll start to actually develop and build from it. But yeah, this is basically, I need to get things building on this level, because the next floor up will be like more sort of like, well, more important things. At the moment, I need to get this sorted so I have an area where everything is being worked from that I can just manipulate to get, you know, better stuff out of. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to start conquering all these places up. This one I bought with me, that one I bought with me, and the reason why is just because of the elements I need and everything else. I'm going to set up a load of miners. We're just going to sort of like dig out this entire planetoid and then delete the dock and then go for a run. But that could be a little while down the line. From there, well, now I get to go boop and I get to clean all this up and go from there. See you in a minute. Oh, right, okay, so I've started eventually. So we have our 6 auto miners mining asteroids from lands and afar and so on and so forth. And basically what I'm doing is I'm flowing down this little system here. So this is set up for, I can just keep expanding and be all good, like further and further and further and further and further and further away. Each one of them has a gap between that. 2 are actually feeding onto one port, and they're all basically feeding into one section. They're all going into this one smelter. This one smelter is fairly busy at the moment, and then the ice is all going over to my water plant, which is stacking up the water quite nicely. In fairness, I've got to build a storage tank at some point, but I'll get around to it whenever I do. This is obviously burning carbon to power everything. Everything I'm not really using at the moment, I am turning off, which is good. Keeps power off, and I'm not really worried about it just right now. I've got my recycling here as well. I've got my lab, which is just stacking at the moment, and I've got this which is stacking as well. I have 2 storage containers. One is going to be for panels, so we've got gold, bronze and normal sort of like carbon flooring. Some of those are going to go this way, some of those are going to go that way, and then from there I'll just sort of work on that as I go. And then the rest, so I have got to put in a robots assembler and a manufacturer, because those are the things that are going to make the wires and everything else that I'm going to need to put into other things. So the manufacturer is going to be the next thing I'm going to put in, which will probably sit about here, so we can run these conveyor belts into it, and then everything that goes into it will come out the other side, and we'll go from there. Anything that I don't need will go a different way to somewhere else. I've almost got back to where I was before I started doing this, and if you look at how much like space I now have, because being able to move those into that one corner of a purpose-built area for them, even though it wasn't really a lot of flooring, it made all the difference. Look how much room I've still got yet to play with, and I can build on this as well. So the plan is to try and squeeze all the bare necessities into this one little section. And then everything from here, I want to build up a different layer and go from there. And then it'll just have like processes and bits and pieces that I'd be using from different places and so on. The idea in my head will probably come out a little bit different than what I've got as it stands. But we'll get there. And at the moment, having 6 of these sort of automating flowing into one thing is doing all right. It's keeping me going, it's keeping me rocking. And yeah, all I've got to do now, finish it up, and then start taking advantage of the fact that I've got 2 planetoids to mine from and really going into it. But, you know, I will carry on. Right. Okie dokie. So, shut up, you. I don't need you just yet. Go to sleep, my friend. Alright, cool. So, I have sort of done what I needed to do just for now. Alright, basically, I've got my miners. They're mining. I actually have a backlog of material, which is, I've never had a backlog before, right? This is impressive. Alright. So, whatever's happening here is all good. It's because I'm basically bringing stuff from around and all this stuff and doing this. I'm not sure why my copper's reverting back this way. Why are you there? Interesting. So, basically what I'm doing is all the stuff that I don't really need to do right now is all going into storage. Into these storage. So, I've got normal plate, gold plate and copper plate going in here. And I've got gold spool and hydrogen going into Nyar. Alright. So that's all good there. Then we're making copper and iron plate here, which is okay. But I don't seem to be actually, I am probably removing this stuff. Or am I? No, I'm just making gold stuff here. That's fine. So I'm using this as storage as well as using that as storage, because this is taking up quite a lot of space down here. The normal plate is being popped into here so I can make screws, and the screws are going into here so I can make these, my steel screws. And then my steel screws are going over into here. Oh no, they're not going to there. Where are my steel screws going? Are my steel screws going? Where are they going? Are they going to storage? They are going into here. Cool. My steel screws are going into here. Or iron rods, sorry. Apparently I should be making steel screws somewhere. Iron rods turn into these. Yeah. So I'm currently not making these. I need a way of reverting the system back. So what I'll probably end up doing is I will probably end up running a conveyor belt through here, back around the lab and back into here, so the screws end up in here to make these. All good. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I raise my platform up so I can drive. So if I want to take my platform to another galaxy far, far away, I can drive from here and actually see where the docks are, which is a lot easier to drive instead of trying to jump from side of the platform to another platform. It means everything just should work and it's all good. But pretty much my entire automated section now is here and it's working. I started to run a solar farm out the back. This can be easily expanded. I'm running all my copper wire underneath, so if I put another platform up and put another solar farm in, then I'll just extend the wire underneath there as well, and it'll run well, you know, so it's all good. I'm getting things moving. I don't know why I can't make the miner. I need miners. That's so wrong to be saying that in a video. I need miners to do my bidding, to dig holes and get stuff out the floor. Doesn't sound like I'm trying to get slave labour at all in my build, is it? Work for me! Doesn't work. So there we go. We've just made our first... Well, actually, I say my first. That's my second bloody robot I've ever made. Now, I need to make these. Why do I feel like my skill tree's like gone backwards? T. Where's the poxy miner? Advanced mining. Do I have to physically... What? The thing that annoys me the most about this is that I should have been able to do mining, but I can't do mining. And now I need bloody chemistry. How do I do chemistry? I don't know. I don't know how to do chemistry because I haven't unlocked chemistry. Alright, quick, stop. Don't even push another key. I know you're just about to sit there and go, well, if you go and check someone else's game, they made them. Yes. The reason why is because I'm playing in a later version of the beta. Unfortunately, the thing that I'm having problems with, what's happened is that chemistry is something to do with miners, even though we were able to make miners, and this means someone's broken something in the beta. It's got nothing to do with somebody else has done this in a previous version. Yes, but this beta has been worked on and worked on and worked on, and things are a little bit different from, let's say, my playlist to my playway to like Z1's. Even in the Discord, there are people talking about this going, oh crap, well, it looks a little bit broken, we'll fix it, don't worry, it's all good. So all the problems I'm having currently have something to do with the broken parts of the beta. It's all good. So let me just focus on my big mining arm thingy over here. All right, this thing is digging a fecking great big hole, and this is because underneath it is carbon ore. Like, there's a vein of 218 down there. So far it's drilling dirt, so that's all handy, isn't it? What I need it to do, unfortunately, and this is the reason why I'm saying unfortunately, is I've got to build a bloody great big, like, what the smeg is this? Is this carbon as well? Oh, I suppose that's where my robots were getting the carbon from before, like, they stopped working. Right, fair enough. They dug down quite well, didn't they? Okay, so let me get this straight. This miner is designed to mine elements. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below, but I'm pretty sure that is an element I need to mine. So why isn't the miner working? I don't know. In all honesty, what I'm doing at the moment is I am literally running this entire operation off of my solar panels now. So I'm not even collecting carbon into this anymore, and I've got way more than I need. The plus side is that this is running so well that I've got too many elements stacked up. So I've got basically a decent supply of just everything, which is fantastic. So I'm all good right now. I'm going to add a few more like solar panels in. Solar panels, which is that one, that one, yep, and that one. Cool. There we go. Now I'm producing lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff, and we're doing all right. But obviously, you know, we've got to try a bit harder. So in my next video, I might try and get some astronauts in, but I have got a couple of other things to buy first. And this skill tree is going to annoy the smeg out of me until I figure out this. I've already spoken to the devs. I've sent them a message, so hopefully in my next thing we'll be able to figure that one out. So yeah, hopefully we'll figure that one out. And it's all good. So thank you very much for kicking by this video, Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this, don't forget to do that like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates. And I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else I do on the stream on this channel. Until then, thank you very much for kicking by. Peace out. Have fun. Enjoy everything you guys do. Ah, boom. Fist bump to you.